Hey, what is going on, everyone? Joe here, and Godbreakers is almost out, dropping October 23rd, and I've actually been really excited for this game. It's an action roguelite, which you know I am a sucker for, but the combat in this game is incredibly smooth, and it's got this mechanic where you can actually absorb monsters and learn their abilities. It just dropped a brand new demo for Steam Next Fest, so it's got new biomes, 4-player multiplayer, and we're going to dive into this and see all the new content they have added. So first off, I can change my archetype, which is essentially my class. And I did a video on this game not too long ago where we won as the Lancer. So now we're upgrading to the big stick. We're going to play as the Pillar. And so the thing about this guy, he's got a good amount of power, a ton of defense, decent range, but he's very clearly the slowest character in this game. We can also change a few things about the weapon. We can get a few different cosmetics. We can change our starting ability, but right now all I've got is Barrier Pulse. And in the main game, they're going to have a Twin Blade, a Duelist, a Striker, and a Reaper. So there's going to be a lot of ways you can synergize, especially in co-op. But with the stick, I can go ahead and beat things. I've got a light attack. I've got a heavy attack I can charge up. And then I can swap between the two to do different combos. And my special ability shoots at a barrier. It gives me some defense and then does damage to everybody nearby. That is my dash attack. What is my special? There we go. Sorry, very anticlimactic. All right, and so in the hub area, there's a few different things I can do. I've got Tangles, and so the Tangles will allow me to give my runs some modifiers to make them harder. I can do Parting Gift, so when enemies die, they drop an explosive mine. Wing Clipped, I have less stamina, or License to Kill. Literally everything dies in one hit, including myself. I'm not sure why you'd want to do this unless you're just a masochist, but you can unlock these and make your runs a little bit more difficult. But we're just going to jump into it as is and see exactly how far we can get. Maybe once I unlock these, I'd be down for it, but let's just see all the new stuff they added. Okay, so I can actually pick my world now. That's cool. This was the area in the first demo where we had to fight Ur, but now they've added the thing in the pit, defeat the gladiator. So I guess this place is called Marik, and this place is called Ur. So let's see what Marik's all about. All right, so we kind of got like a crispy fire area.
It's meant to be a teaching tool. Its purpose to teach humility.
This place actually looks way different from the last area in the demo, so that's cool. Got a floating ball that explodes, so we got some bombs. And I don't remember much about this game. I do remember if I whack these guys with my stick, we are going to get some energy in the bottom right. And so whenever that builds up to 100, I can eat someone and get their special ability. I think that's money. So we got 10 shards, and there is a shopkeeper a little bit later on. I want to try this barrier move. So walk in, do the barrier, some big AoE damage, and then it gives me a temporary shield. So now I can absorb you, and I've got your ability. And so we've got Power Punch. Aim and launch into a powerful punch that deals damage to all enemies in a straight line. And so the thing about this, it is a single-use attack. It's kind of like an ultimate, but you can get different modifiers that let you get energy even faster. You could have just like a monster-eating build if you want. All right, so what is this? A selector? Attacks have a 2% chance to apply burning on hit. Attacks have a 2% chance to apply vulnerable on hit. Increase crit chance. Okay, so what's burning do? Deals damage every 0.5 seconds. Burning has a small chance to spread to the nearby target. Vulnerable makes them take 25% more damage. All these are 2% though. Let's just go for crit chance. I got a big stick. Try to get as high as we can do on damage numbers. Just knock these guys out in one hit. All right, so aim the fist. We knocked out that guy in one hit. And we're already at 43 energy, so we can get energy back pretty fast. But it seems like I want to use this barrier move every chance I get. In fact, if I stay still, it looks like it hits them multiple times. All right, eat you. I will say this area is way more intense than the last one. We got a lot more traps. These enemies seem a little bit harder. And it's actually really funny. In my last video for this game, my main complaint was that I felt like it was too easy. And the top-rated comment are the devs telling me, don't worry, it gets harder. So hopefully we can see that a little bit here. Because I'm actually really excited to see how challenging this game can get. Yeah, out of all the enemies, I feel like this strong punch is the way to go. I gotta watch out. I'm taking a lot of damage. I'm not even trying to use my secondary attack. I need to see how much damage I can actually do with that. Charge up. Release. Okay, so I can knock out some people in one hit. I've got a 1% chance to do vulnerable, a 1% chance for burning. We've got a 2% crit chance, and then we've got also chain lightning. So I don't really have a high odd to do anything, but we can have a few effects potentially go off. All right, this is cool. We got a boss fight already? Yeah, it looks like we do. All right, Gladiator, charge up. Let me try to get your power. I don't know what it does. I can aim. So we got like poison on the ground. Try to keep him in there. Oh, I've also got a dash attack. So I can just kind of blitz through him. I've got 3 health potions as well on the bottom, but I'm not sure we're going to need to use them yet. As long as I can play this smart. About to get another attack. I can also absorb his move too, but I have to make sure I have enough energy for it. Okay, stop hitting me. No, I don't think we will, but that's okay. They're all single use anyway, so it's not like I'm missing out on much. Okay, your damage over time damage is increased by 100%, but your direct damage is decreased by 20%. That's terrible. Killing an enemy will restore 1 stamina so we can dash around more. When crit chance, increase crit chance by 10%. Only when your health is above 85% though. So if I can get my health really high, we'll have a really high chance of critting constantly. And so all these are shoulder upgrades, and we can do different body parts. You got torso, you got gloves. No, no comment on this one. And then you've got feet. What would you even put here? Like a groin cannon or something? I guess that's your legs. Okay, let's do the healthy choice common shoulders, I think. I don't want to reduce my overall damage. I don't think that's worth it. And if I go ahead and use this health potion, so now that's going to be activated. We've got a 12% crit chance. So not bad. We get something to work with here. And it looks like you can actually see it on your character. I don't know if that existed in the past. I don't know why I'm so impressed, but that's cool. I honestly love any game where you can actually see the gear on your character. It immediately gives it more points in my book. All right, I want to charge up my heavy attack safely. Nice, dude. Especially if we can get that to crit. I want your ability. So now we can shoot out a beam. What are these, different shoulders? Oh, these are the same shoulders I opted not to get, so they're just here. Can I break this down? No, I can't. That's a shame. Maybe you can later on with different meta progression. We got more crit damage. That's nice. Yeah, I definitely don't want those. I'm going to go all in on crit. All right, so let's wait here. Charge up this laser. Try to get them a little bit closer. Just have the bombs go off and annihilate everything. Yeah, I like this character a lot more. It's way more my style. The red count. So that's going to give me more max health. So I've got 1,275 health, which seems like an excessive amount. Oh, we got another boss already? I think this is the shopkeep.
By scraping the world clean of all organics, the machine would be able to operate with greater precision. That was the idea proposed by the monad.
Is this how you greet everybody? You don't just say hello? All right, so you're a merchant. I can trade. And so I would need more of these shards. We could buy necrotic wounds. Or I could also buy Band-Aid's Blessing, which would increase my healing. I can't afford anything else. I can also get a free reroll. What is upgrade? So I can upgrade the armor I've got. So my crit chance would go from 10 to 20%, but that's way too expensive. I can't afford that. I feel like I have no money. I could buy a healing charge, but I'm not going to do that either. I'm just going to save what I've got, because we should have a whole area after this now, because this demo's a lot longer than the last one. So I'm going to save and see if we can't buy something. This guy looks crazy. Well, he kind of looks like that guy from Mortal Kombat. I don't remember his name, but I'm sure someone will let me know in the comments. Yeah, this boss is a lot different from the last area, because this feels a little bit more like an action fight. What I mean by that is the last boss was kind of more like Mario style, where he was this big tentacle monster and you had to wait for openings. This feels a little bit more interactive, which I'm all for. All right, so land. I'm gonna do my barrier. I guess I can't steal your ability, but maybe you'll summon some more monsters for me. Next phase. Okay, I need to not take too much damage, because then I'm going to lose my crit chance. I say as I immediately get hit. Charge up, release. Let's use a health potion. So now I've got my crit chance again. We're going to eat this guy as soon as I get an opportunity. What kind of move is that? All right, charge up, punch. All right, you're going to land. Barrier. I'm trying to incorporate some of my heavy attacks, but it just, I wonder if it's going to work a little bit better in like co-op, because trying to charge up when he's just trying to kill me does not seem opportune. All right, we're about to hit the next phase. I'm gonna wait for him to land, and then I'm gonna explode, do some damage. I've only got one health potion left. That is the stupidest move ever. You're just showing off. All right, take this. All right, so you've got like little fire spots on the ground now. I don't want to stand in those. I don't know, I feel like this guy's gonna have another phase or something. What I can do, knock out the beamer. Okay. So now I can finish you off in style. Give me a second. Aim up. Stop moving. All right, boom. Okay, almost. Oh, that healed me full. Okay, we got some money. Another selector, so we got some feet. Increase dash speed by 100% and dash distance by 25%. In addition, lets you phase through enemies. Dash attacks trigger chain lightning. Why would I not want that? Activate to gain 25% extra crit chance for 4 seconds, but also gain vulnerable. So I could have a higher crit chance, but I take more damage. Damn. I'm going to go for this. I want more crit. That's the whole purpose of this build. Apparently, this ball is not available in the demo. Maybe it gives me a new ability or something. That's fine. I've had enough balls for one day. Time to go to the next area. So we're going to have nearly like a 50% crit chance. And I don't know what the default crit damage is. but I think we have a few buffs to it. 4%.
Obsessively collecting, compiling, and organizing.
All right, so this was the area in the first demo, but I have to assume, because we've beaten another area before this, it's got to be more challenging. Otherwise, it'd be kind of weird. All right, barrier. Okay, I'm vulnerable. I mean, it does seem like there's a few more enemies. Increase max health. Chance to reflect. What does reflect do? Return 50% of the damage taken back to the enemy and reduce the damage you receive by 50%. That's not bad, but an 8% chance is not something I really want to bank on. I might just get more health. Make myself a little bit more beefy. Make it harder for me to lose my extra crit chance. Okay, yeah, there's a few more enemies here than there was last time. Charge up the beam. Okay, what is this? Your attacks have a 5% chance to trigger chain lightning. All lightning can jump 2 additional times. You really want me to do lightning? I should have gotten the other boots then. So we could have just dashed and did lightning all over. It's okay. We'll equip that. And we've got some poison damage and burn damage. It looks like all of these are different damage over time abilities. So poison deals damage every second and reduces damage dealt by 15%. So that kind of weakens the enemy. Necrotic just does damage over time. And then burning deals damage every 0.5 seconds, but it can also spread to nearby enemies. So there's a little bit of variety in the way you can just kind of put status effects on enemies. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do this first. Get my boost. Barrier. Don't get shot. Yeah, you're new. Corrosive Beamer. I wonder if I get different abilities from you. I'm going to read this one more time. The extra crit chance is only for 4 seconds. Okay, so I want to make sure I use it right inside of combat. I think this might be a bomb, so that could explode. So I'm going to try to eat you, if I can. Never mind, you died to the chain lightning. Well, let's eat you and see what your ability is. Okay, so now we've got Sandburst. Dive below the ground, avoiding all threats. Stun and damage nearby enemies as you reemerge. I think that'll actually be super useful. Especially if we can get a stun attack off and then get that extra crit chance. Or just stun them all and then do barrier. All right, so go down. We're going to go up. Okay, he went down too. I wonder how long I can actually stay underground with that ability. That seemed like a really long time. Yeah, spitters are quitters. Get out of here. More crit chance. My crit chance right now, I've got 3%. I sound all excited. It's really not that much, but still, any little bit helps. Nice, dude. That was crazy. Barrier. One thing I did not get replenished from the other area was my healing flasks. So I want to try not to take any more damage than I'm taking. I can buy them from the shop, but I feel like I'd rather buy a new ability. All right, next boss. I don't know if I want to increase my crit chance right now. I'm going to do it anyway. I got 1 crit. We got value. 2 crits. Move. Go in. Barrier. Yeah, I do remember this boss. He's pretty simple. It looks like he might burn me now. I'm going to go ahead Do my power. Move back. Don't hit me, please. Nice. We can stun the boss, too? That was actually a pretty sick combo. I ate that guy mid-combat to dodge, and then stunned the boss instantly after. Now, if I can get enough energy here, I can't eat you. There we go. So what is your power? Shell shield. Create a shell around you and your allies that absorbs all incoming damage for 5 seconds. The shell then ruptures, dealing damage to nearby enemies. So this is nice, but again, I would have to hold on to this and try to wait for the perfect moment and waste all my energy. So I feel like I'm not going to be that picky with when I use it. Chain lightning has a 25% chance to stun for 2 seconds. We've also got this, so we would have a 5% chance for all my attacks to trigger chain lightning, and then they would also have a chance to stun. I'm not a big fan of a percentage chance with another percentage chance, because I feel like we won't really be stunning that often, but it could be some pretty nice synergy. When you God Break, enemies within a 5-meter radius are pulled towards you. So that's whenever I absorb an enemy. Killing an enemy with a charge attack has a 25% chance to give you Empower. Movement speed is increased by 35%, and damage is increased by 35%. I'm going to go for the Static Surge. I really should have gotten those Chain Lightning boots, but that's okay. I'm going to keep saying that, keep kicking myself. All right, so third boss down. We got one more until we are done. And we're not even playing with the hard mode modifiers yet. Okay, that is a brand new enemy. Hold on. I want to know what you do. I want to get energy. Hold on. I might have screwed myself. That was the barrier. I just wasted it, but that's okay. For the process of learning. Yeah, there's no way. Maybe, maybe. No, damn it. We got Manifestation. Increase the power of your absorbed ability by 10%. That's nice. Oh, what is this? This is the Band-Aid's Blessing. Yeah, so we have better healing. We've got 3 of these. Oh, no, that's thread count. So all healing is increased by 2%. It's not bad. Yeah, so we are seeing brand new enemies, probably because we went to this place second. Looks like there's a chest back there. Can I break this? I can decode that. Not exactly what I expected. Charge up. It's never worth it to use that move, man. All right, I got you. That doesn't even kill you in one hit. Okay. It might be time to heal. Yeah, I'm taking too much damage. All right, what is this that I can decode?
In the ancient past, the mineral body of the earth was raised up. Sand taught itself to think, and it went to war with the etheric living forces of the world. The machine, having previously only been able to
Is this it? Am I not getting an item? Is this just lore? That was the worst kind of chest I've ever opened. While that cube was a little anticlimactic, I've got something that isn't. I've got some very good news. I have partnered up with Thunderful Publishing, so if you guys are interested in winning a copy of Godbreakers, let me know. Like I said, this game is dropping October 23rd. I want some genuine interest down below. I don't want to give it away to someone that's not going to play the game or doesn't care to play the game. Just a message like, oh my God, Breakers, this game would make me so happy. Please, Joe, give it to me now. Doesn't have to be that. You know, put it in your own words, but let me know. Liking the video, subscribing, all that supports me way more than you know. But again, if you guys want to win, leave me that message, and I will pick one lucky winner. On top of that, we've got a sponsored video coming out for Godbreakers in about a week. We're going to do a full playthrough on the full release of the game. So while this video is not sponsored, they just gave me that key, and I wanted to make someone's day. So let's jump into it, and let's see if we can't finish this run. All right. Wait, are we already at the boss? No way! I gave that entire spiel right before the boss. That's crazy. I had no idea.
When everything else is
All right, well, you don't really say anything.
remains is the monad.
You just talk in cryptic messages. All right, so increase max stamina by 1.
For absolute
Attacks have
control,
a 4% chance to trigger chain lightning. We could get more chain lightning.
we were unable
Gain
to
5% crit
resist.
chance. Your crit will apply 1 random damage over time to the target. Damn, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Increase the power of your absorbed ability by 40%. I could also finally upgrade something. Your attacks have a 5% chance to trigger chain lightning. All lightning can jump up to 4 additional times. And they'll also add slow. Damn, that's not a bad upgrade. All right, looking at all this, I think I probably want my crit chance, my crit to do damage over time. I think that's the way to go. I also want more chain lightning, and I want a health potion. I think all of those were very good decisions. And so now it is time to fight the boss. Let's roll. Previously, this boss was not very difficult. So hopefully it's the same.
Were nothing but dust. That dust.
You are way more cinematic than the other boss. So I have to attack these balls. And so when I do enough damage, it's going to open up my opportunity to attack the head. That was not a good time to use my ability, unfortunately. What a waste. I mean, the good news is I finally can use my heavy attack. Oh, shoot. We got to move. All right, go in. Use my ability here. There we go. So if I time this properly, we can get a lot of crits going. You got some ads. Not bad. I'm going to save my crit chance. You know, I might as well heal, right? Because it only heals by like 400 anyway. No, please. So now I have that extra crit chance. Oh, shoot. This isn't great. I took way too long to kill these things. I can absorb you. Damn, okay. Ads are down. All right, you're going to go ahead and do that big AoE. I'm going to wait for it. Then I'm going to dash right at you. There we go. Charge up. Next phase. You're going to summon more ads, right? So every single wave, we got more enemies. That's fine. Let's go down. Boom! Oh my god! That damage was crazy. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to charge up. Do your slam. How much damage will this do? That's a lot. I don't know if it's worthwhile to do that, though. Or just my normal attack string. Yeah, we can see the stacks up top. So we are giving him a few status effects. I don't think we can keep damaging him, though, in the middle of this. Unfortunately. Okay, we did way better with the ads this time. But now he's getting in on it, and he's shooting out some beams. Yeah, you can see him charging up. That's okay. I don't think we can kill him this time, but we can get very close. Just depends on my luck. I want to try and hit him with one full blast and see if he can crit. That was so underwhelming. Joe, what a waste. It seems like he has a little bit more damage resistance. What I do like is how the enemies can hurt their own allies. So if you position it well, you can punish them pretty bad. And that's very satisfying. All right, music's ramping up a little bit. They improved this boss fight a lot from the first demo. I'm gonna be honest, my first time in here, I thought it was kind of boring. And this is way better. There's a lot more going on. All the ads really kind of changed the dynamic. Can I crit with this? Yeah, but it's not really worth it. I didn't crit. Damn it, dude. I bet you if I had not tried to do that stupid dive bullshit, we would have gotten it. It's okay. It's okay. Might as well do my crit now. A few more hits. Got it. Nice. I don't know if this really matters because I think this is the end of the demo, but I might as well get on some feet. Dash attacks trigger chain lightning, the one I didn't end up getting. And so yeah, you can see all the different armor on my character. That's very cool. I like that. And I think that is it. I don't think there's anything else for us to do. Yep, nice. Honestly, man, I really liked the previous demo. I felt like it was really light on content, and then the boss was a little underwhelming. My biggest saving grace was how much I enjoyed the feel of the combat, and I like the whole monster copying mechanics. This demo was substantially better. I would have liked to try out a new class, not just having the same two from the previous demo, but still, all the different ads, the ads now having special abilities and modifications. The second area was a huge improvement. I liked how intense it was. In fact, if you were to do that the second time, you know, if you go to the desert first and then the fire area, I'd like to see what harder enemies actually show up there. But that was cool, man. Return to the lobby. We've got those hard mode modifiers now. We got some armor, seismic reflection, a new ability for the pillar. So if I go over here, yeah, we got different armor. You can equip that. Got some hats. I don't like that one. Defeat 10 bosses and we get this. This is the same thing the merchant has. Of course we'll wear the top hat. Why wouldn't we? And then, yeah, you can turn all these on. I don't know what the benefit is yet, unless maybe it'll unlock you some new things. Because echoes we can't even do yet. I'm not sure what these are, but this will be in the main game. And then, yeah, we got a new ability, which is taunt all enemies within 20-meter radius. For the next 3 seconds, you absorb all damage taken. Absorbed damage is then released in a 5-meter radius. That's crazy. I don't think you can unlock the cosmetics in the demo now. So control, there's a taunt, and that just reflects the damage back at them. All right, well, guys, that is Godbreakers. It's dropping in about a week on the 23rd. Like I said, I am giving away a copy, so let me know down below if you are interested. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Give me some comments down below if you are very interested in me doing a series on the full game when it drops. And if you are not subscribed, that is the #1 way to support the channel, so please consider doing so. And that is going to be it for me. I will see all of you guys next time.